Hello, Mooncrafters. Welcome. This is Craft of Moon. Let's take a moment to pause and connect with where we are, because the cosmos is setting up for a major shift, and it's one we'll all feel in some way. Have you ever noticed how life seems to unfold in rhythms like waves on a shore? That's how the lunar nodes work, guiding us through cycles of growth and change. They're like cosmic markers pointing us toward the lessons we are here to learn both individually and collectively. Every 18 months, the lunar nodes change signs, creating a collective turning point. This shift marks a new chapter for all of us, a chance to reflect, recalibrate, and move forward with fresh energy. On January 11th, 2025, we'll experience one of these moments as the nodes move from Aries and Libra into Pisces and Virgo. This is more than just an astrological event. It's a call to align with a deeper sense of purpose and connection. So what does this mean for us? Let's take a closer look. We can look at it from an energetic shift standpoint, and to understand the significance of this shift, it helps to think about the energy we're leaving behind and the energy we're stepping into. For the past 18 months, the Aries-Libra axis has been teaching us lessons about independence and connection, about balancing the me with the we. Aries, bold and self-driven, challenges us to embrace our individuality, while Libra, graceful and relational, reminds us to nurture our partnerships. Together, they ask us to find harmony between self and other. But now, we're transitioning from cardinal energy focused on starting and initiating to mutable energy, which is all about adaptability and integration. Pisces and Virgo bring a whole new flavor to our cosmic lessons, shifting the focus to themes of service, healing, and spirituality. Instead of asking, who am I and how do I relate to others, this new cycle invites us to ask, how can I serve? How can I integrate the practical and the spiritual of my life? This is a time to let go of what no longer serves us, to step into a rhythm that is both grounded and expansive. It's about finding the sacred in the everyday and turning ordinary moments into opportunities for growth. And here's the beautiful part. This isn't just something happening out there in the stars. It's happening in you, in us. These energies will show up in your life, your choices, and your relationships in ways that are personal and deeply meaningful. Let's explore how. Let's start with Pisces, the dreamer of the zodiac. Pisces energy feels like standing at the edge of an endless ocean, vast, mysterious, and deeply connected to everything around us. It's about unity, compassion, and the understanding that we are all part of something greater. When we tap into Pisces, we feel our way through life, trusting our intuition and letting our imagination guide us. Pisces invites us to see beyond the physical world. It's the energy of spiritual transcendence where logic takes a back seat to faith, dreams, and divine inspiration. If you've ever had a moment where you just knew something in your heart or felt an overwhelming sense of love for everything around you, you've experienced Pisces in action. It's about empathy and opening your heart to the infinite possibilities of life. But like every energy, Pisces has its challenges. Its boundlessness can sometimes lead to overwhelm or a tendency to escape reality. That's where its counterpart, Virgo, steps in. On the other side of this polarity, we find Virgo, the healer and organizer of the zodiac. Virgo energy is like a grounding anchor, reminding us that the smallest details matter and that care and precision can transform the mundane into something sacred. Virgo isn't about flashy gestures. It's about rolling up your sleeves, doing the work, and finding meaning in service. Virgo teaches us that discipline isn't a burden, it's a path to mastery and fulfillment. Whether it's organizing your workspace, preparing for a nourishing meal, or creating a self-care routine, Virgo sees the value in structure and routine. It's about service, and not in a self-sacrificing way, but in a way that is deeply meaningful and aligned with purpose. At its best, Virgo is nurturing and wise, helping us heal ourselves and others. But when taken to extreme, Virgo's precision can turn into perfectionism or self-criticism. It's a reminder that care and discipline need to be balanced with compassion and acceptance. Now, here's where the magic happens. When Pisces and Virgo come together, they create a powerful balance between the practical and the spiritual. It's not about choosing one over the other, it's about integrating both. Pisces reminds us to dream, to connect with our intuition, and to see the divine in everything. Virgo helps us bring those dreams into reality, grounding our visions in practical, actionable steps. Together they teach us that life isn't just about transcending the ordinary, it's about finding the sacred within it. Think about it. What if your morning routine became a moment of mindfulness? What if cooking dinner for your family felt like a spiritual practice? This is the gift of Pisces-Virgo polarity. It's a call to elevate the everyday and to weave higher purposes into the fabric of our lives. In this cycle, we're being invited to trust the flow of life, Pisces, while staying present and engaged in our day-to-day tasks, Virgo. It's about aligning the mystical with the tangible, dreaming big while honoring the details that bring those dreams to life. When we embrace this balance, we're not just living, we're creating something profoundly beautiful and meaningful. Now let's take a closer look at the opportunities and lessons this nodal cycle offers. The shift into Pisces and Virgo energy opens up a unique window for meaningful growth, both personally and in how we show up for the world around us. When these energies are expressed in their highest forms, they bring gifts that can truly transform the way we live, connect, and contribute. Let's start with Pisces, the dreamer and the empath. Pisces energy is a reminder to lead with compassion. This is a time to open your heart, to let others practice kindness and understanding in ways that build bridges and heal relationships. In a world that often feels divided, Pisces invites us to reconnect with our shared humanity. Ask yourself, where can I extend grace? Where can I bring more gentleness into my relationships? And then there's intuition. Those gut feelings, those quiet nudges that guide us when we let ourselves listen. Pisces encourages us to trust what we feel even when it doesn't line up with logic. There's so much wisdom in that deeper knowing, and this cycle invites us to lean into it. Pisces also opens the door to what I call awakening awareness. It's about exploring what gives your life a deeper sense of meaning. Maybe it's creativity, a painting, a song, a story that's waiting to emerge from you. Maybe it's connection, time spent with loved ones, or simply sitting in stillness with yourself. Maybe it's moments of quiet, a walk in nature, watching the sunrise. Pisces asks us to find those moments and let them anchor us. And then there's emotional sensitivity. Now, I know that word sensitive sometimes gets a bad rap, but here's the truth. Sensitivity is a strength. It allows us to connect authentically, to care deeply, and to move through life with an open heart. This is your permission to slip, to embrace your emotions, to feel deeply, and to let that be a source of connection and care. Now let's bring Virgo into the mix. Virgo, the grounded caregiver, balances all that expansive Pisces energy with practicality and precision. Where Pisces invites us to dream, Virgo says, okay, now let's make it happen. Virgo starts with healing, whether that's physical, emotional, or even creating a calmer, more intentional space in your life. This is the energy of taking thoughtful steps to care for yourself and others. It's not about grand gestures. It's about the small, consistent actions that build a foundation of well-being. And then there's organization. If things feel chaotic, whether in your home, your work, or even your thoughts, Virgo offers the tools to bring clarity. It's about creating systems and structure that make life flow more smoothly. Not for the sake of control, but to create space for what truly matters. Virgo also reminds us that the little things matter. A kind gesture, a well thought out plan, completing a small task. These things might seem insignificant in the moment, but they add up to something much greater. Virgo energy helps us see that every small action contributes to a sense of purpose and connection. And of course, there's meaningful service. At its heart, Virgo finds joy in being helpful, not out of obligation, but out of genuine care, showing up for others, whether through listening, supporting, or simply being present, creates a ripple effect that goes far beyond what we can see. It's a reminder that the most profound contributions often come from the simplest acts. This is the beauty of the Pisces Virgo cycle. Pisces calls us to dream, feel, and connect, while Virgo helps us ground those dreams in action. Together they create a harmony that allows us to live with both inspiration and intention. We move through this cycle, and the question to keep asking is, how can I embody both care and creativity in my daily life? How can I honor my dreams while staying connected to what's real and present? This is your opportunity to explore those answers, one moment at a time. Now, with all the opportunities that come with this nodal cycle, it's important to recognize that challenges may arise as well. The energies of Pisces and Virgo, while incredibly enriching, can sometimes tip into less helpful expressions, and that's okay. Awareness is the key to working with these energies in a way that supports your growth, rather than holding you back. Let's start with Pisces. One of the risks of Pisces energy is escapism. When life feels overwhelming or uncertain, Pisces might tempt you to avoid reality. And this can show up in so many ways: distraction, procrastination, or even falling into bad habits that numb or distance you from the present moment. It's easy to drift when the waters feel too deep. Another challenge with Pisces is overabsorption. This is the energy that blurs boundaries, making it hard to distinguish between your emotions and those of others. While empathy is a gift, it can sometimes leave you feeling drained or overly influenced by external forces. It's important to ask yourself, what's mine to carry and what's not? And then there's the feeling of being stuck. Without a clear focus or direction, Pisces energy can spiral into helplessness, like floating aimlessly without an anchor. And this can leave you feeling like you're treading water, unsure of how to move forward. Now let's look at Virgo, where the challenges take a very different shape. One of Virgo's biggest hurdles is perfectionism. The desire to do everything just right can create unnecessary stress and even fear. Fear of falling short, of not meeting impossibly high standards. If you ever caught yourself thinking it's not good enough, that's Virgo's shadow at work. Virgo also has a tendency towards self-criticism. Its sharp eye for detail, which can be such a strength, sometimes turns inward. And instead of spotting what's working, it zeroes in on what's not. This can amplify self-doubt and leave you feeling like you're never quite measuring up. And finally, there's over-responsibility. Virgo's deep desire to help can sometimes lead to taking on too much, whether that's tasks, emotional labor, or the weight of other people's expectations. This can leave you burnt out, frustrated, or even resentful. So how do we navigate these challenges? It starts with self-awareness. When you notice Pisces pulling you into avoidance or Virgo pushing you into overdrive, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? How can I honor the energy without letting it overwhelm me? This cycle isn't about avoiding the shadows, it's about working with them, learning from them, and finding balance. With intention and care, these challenges can become stepping stones on your journey. This nodal cycle invites us into a delicate yet powerful balance between the limitless imagination of Pisces and the grounded wisdom of Virgo. It's not about choosing one energy over the other, but about weaving them together to create a life that feels both meaningful and manageable. The key here is harmony, finding ways to let these two energies support and enrich each other. Let's start with how we can pair organization with flexibility. Virgo thrives on structure. It loves a well laid out plan and the satisfaction of checking things off a list. And that's a gift. But as we move through this cycle, it's also important to leave room for Pisces spontaneity and fluidity. Yes, make a plan. But when inspiration strikes or unexpected opportunities arise, give yourself permission to pivot. Life isn't meant to be rigid. It's a dance, and this cycle invites you to move with it. Next, there's the idea of serving with awareness. Virgo asks us to be of service and to show up and contribute in ways that matter, but Pisces reminds us to stay connected to our own needs in the process. True service isn't about draining ourselves to help others. It's about giving them a place of balance and care. Ask yourself, how can I show up for others while also honoring my own boundaries? This isn't an either-or question. It's both. And then there's the opportunity to create purposeful habits. Let's face it, daily routines can sometimes feel dull or repetitive, but this cycle invites you to bring intention to those moments, to infuse your actions with meaning, whether it's turning your morning coffee into a mindful ritual or adding a moment of gratitude to your daily commute. These small shifts can make the ordinary feel extraordinary. This is a time to embrace both the practical and the expansive. Let Pisces inspire your dreams and remind you of life's magic, while Virgo helps you bring those dreams to life step by step. Together, these energies encourage a thoughtful and grounded way of moving through the world, one that can leave a lasting impact on your life and the lives of those around you. Now let's talk about the karmic role of the nodes in this cycle. The lunar nodes are like a compass, pointing us toward the lessons we are here to learn and the gifts we're meant to share. Each node plays a unique role in shaping both our personal growth and our collective evolution. The south node, which moves into Virgo, represents where we've been, our familiar patterns and strengths and habits. Think of it as the part of you that already knows how to roll up your sleeves and get the job done. With the South Node in Virgo, we're bringing forward the gifts of discipline, organization, and care. This is grounded service at its finest, the ability to show up and contribute in practical, meaningful ways. But there's a caution here too. Virgo energy, when overplayed, can lead to overfunctioning. Maybe you felt the pressure to fix everything, to take on too much, or to get everything exactly right. That's Virgo's shadow. The lesson in this cycle is to take the best of Virgo, its wisdom, its precision, its ability to care, while releasing the need to control every detail or measure your worth by how productive you are. You're more than what you accomplish. The North Node moving into Pisces points us toward what we're here to grow into. Pisces energy asks us to embrace connection to the world around us, and to something larger than ourselves. It invites us to tap into creativity, empathy, and a deeper sense of trust in life's flow. This is your chance to step into imagination, to dream and open your heart to what's possible. And it's also an invitation to let go of rigid plans and allow space for being, for feeling, for simply trusting that the next step will reveal itself in time. Together, the Virgo-Pisces axis teaches us how to balance care and surrender, practicality and inspiration. It's about serving with an open heart while staying grounded in purpose. This is your opportunity to integrate these lessons, to create a life that feels intentional and connected, and to share those gifts with the world around you. This nodal cycle will unfold uniquely for each of us, depending upon where Pisces and Virgo fall in your personal birth charts. These placements highlight the areas of your life that are ready for growth, reflection, and change as this cycle moves forward. Let's explore how this might play out. First, take a look at where Pisces lands in your chart. This is where the North Node is guiding you, the area of life where you're being invited to trust, to grow, and to explore new possibilities. For example, if Pisces is in your fourth house, this cycle might call you to cultivate a deeper emotional connection with your home and family. You may feel drawn to create a sense of belonging, not just in your physical space, but within yourself and those closest to you. Or perhaps Pisces is in your 10th house. If so, this might be a time to reimagine your career or life's purpose. You could feel inspired to bring more creativity, empathy, or even a sense of calling into your professional life. Whatever house Pisces occupies, that's the area to lean into, to dream, and to trust in the process. Now let's turn to Virgo, where the South Node will be sitting. This part of your chart represents your strengths and patterns, those familiar places where you've already developed skills and wisdom, but it also shows you where you may need to let go of habits that no longer serve you. For instance, if Virgo is in your 7th house, this cycle might encourage you to rethink how you approach relationships. Are you falling into perfectionism or trying to fix others instead of meeting them where they are? Or maybe Virgo is in your 2nd house, and this cycle is asking you to shift your mindset around money and resources. Instead of clinging to strict financial plans, you might be invited to trust in abundance and flow. Reflecting on these placements can offer incredible insights into how this nodal cycle will unfold in your life. By understanding where Pisces and Virgo appear in your chart, you can work with these energies more consciously and intentionally. Now let's zoom out to the collective picture, because this nodal cycle isn't just personal, it's also shaping the evolution of our world. As Virgo energy takes center stage, we're likely to see a greater focus on healing and care. This could show up in many ways. Advances in healthcare, a renewed emphasis on mental health, or a surge of interest in holistic and sustainable living. Virgo reminds us to care for ourselves, each other, and the planet, and this cycle is a powerful opportunity to take those values to heart. At the same time, Pisces energy will be calling us toward unity. This is a chance to move beyond division, to focus on our shared humanity and build bridges where there have been walls. Whether it's through compassion-driven leadership, community building, or efforts to address global challenges like inequality and climate change, Pisces invites us to come together with open hearts and open minds. Of course, as with any cycle, there are cautions to keep in mind. Virgo's focus on care and service can sometimes lead to burnout or overextension. Be mindful of your boundaries and know when to reset. On the other hand, Pisces, longing for connection and escape, might tempt us into avoidance or procrastination. Staying grounded and aware of these tendencies will be key to navigating this cycle with grace. So as we move forward, think about how these collective themes resonate in your own life. How can you embody healing and care in your daily actions? How can you contribute to unity in your community and beyond? These aren't just questions for reflection, they're opportunities to create a meaningful impact both for yourself and the world around you. As we move through this nodal cycle, it's worth pausing to reflect, not just on the grand cosmic themes, but on how they weave into the fabric of your daily life. This is a moment to ask yourself some honest questions. Where in my life can I bring more care and intention? How can I trust the process more fully, even when things feel uncertain? And what small actions can I take to contribute to a more connected and compassionate world? These aren't abstract questions, they're opportunities for real alignment. The beauty of this cycle is that it invites us to grow in ways that are deeply personal, yet also connected to the larger shifts happening around us. By embracing the gifts of Virgo and Pisces, care and creativity, practicality and inspiration, you can create meaningful change not only in your own life, but in the world around you. So, how do we actually work with this energy? Let's talk about some practical steps you can take to embody the best of Pisces and Virgo while keeping their shadows in check. Pisces teaches us to slow down and tune into the present moment. Try starting with something simple like focusing on your breath for a few moments of meditation each day. Practice gratitude, maybe by writing down 3 things you're thankful for at the end of each day. Or spend quiet moments in nature, allowing yourself to feel the vastness and beauty of the world around you. These small mindful practices can bring a sense of calm and clarity, helping you align with Pisces energy without losing your footing. Meanwhile, Virgo thrives on meaningful work and helping others. This doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It can be as simple as lending a hand to a friend, volunteering for a cause you care about, or even offering a kind word to someone who needs it. When you serve with intention, you honor Virgo's gift of grounded care, turning even small actions into something impactful. Also, journaling. Writing can be a powerful way to balance the energies of Pisces and Virgo. Use journaling to explore your dreams and aspirations. Let Pisces guide you into imagining what's possible, then let Virgo help you map out practical steps to bring those dreams to life. Reflection on paper can help you bridge the gap between imagination and action. As wonderful as these energies are, we know they have their challenges. Here's how to navigate the shadows with mindfulness and grace. Pisces' expansive nature can sometimes feel unmoored. To stay grounded, connect with your body and the earth. Yoga is a wonderful practice for aligning breath and movement, while walking barefoot outside can remind you of your connection to the natural world. Even something as simple as gardening can anchor you in the here and now. Self-compassion for Virgo energy is another aspect we can focus on. There's a risk of falling into self-criticism and perfectionism. When you notice these judgmental thoughts creeping in, pause. Remind yourself that you're doing the best and that growing isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Practice self-kindness. Treat yourself the way you'd treat a dear friend who's trying their hardest. This is a cycle that calls us to find balance and integration. Pisces inspires us to dream, to imagine, and to connect with the bigger picture. Virgo reminds us to take tangible steps to care for the details and to bring those dreams into reality. Together they ask us to live in a way that's thoughtful, grounded, and deeply aligned with who we are. So as you reflect, let yourself lean into these questions. How can I bring these energies into my life in a way that feels authentic? How can I contribute to the larger collective shifts we're experiencing? And most importantly, how can I find joy and meaning in the process? This is your moment to grow, to align, and to create a life that feels rich with care, connection, and purpose. It starts with small steps, and you're already on the path. Thanks for joining. If you appreciate this video, please like it. You can subscribe to the channel to get updates in the future. And until next time, keep your eye on the sky and make a wish upon a star.